Are you ready? What you are about to experience is real. Right along with us. From deep in the desert of Nevada, The Glenn Larry Show.
The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Kagos Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guest, and participants. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and/or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LGA Broadcasting.
Got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last. There's a full moon shining, lighting up the highway like a beacon to you. If I can make it on time, have some moonlit stay lamp and roll a diesel right on through. Well,
I do bid you all welcome, everybody. Thank you for listening to the show and coming back to us. I'm telling you, we've had such a great week. How has your weather been? Our weather has been a little cuckoo, a little hot, brought down the temperatures now, thank God, for a couple more days. But I understand they're going to have some hot heat coming up next week. But we've got some showers coming our way. Looks like storm clouds, of course. Fires everywhere. You've read the news. You've seen it on the news. We had some fires up in our hills also. But my gosh, Spokane, Washington, and all that. And I'll tell you, my prayers are out to all those people. Fire is the worst, I'll tell you, because it just can go out of control like crazy. And especially these forest fires, these BLM fires. And for someone to light a fire, they've got to be totally insane, out of their minds. I mean, sick. And I'm so sorry for the loss and everything, from life to property, you name it. Very sad. Our prayers go out to those folks tonight. Yes, certainly. Want to say hello to everybody from whatever time zone you might be in. Want to say hello to those small broadcasters out there, of course, and my affiliates out there, truck drivers also. I talked to a couple guys the other day. I saw did. And I want to say to the small FM, AM stations out there, all my Facebook friends and all my folks out there that are on, of course, YouTube right now. We're broadcasting on all 7 different stations right now on radio. If you go to kghosradio.com or goodspringsradio.com, ufotalkradio.com, and it goes on and on and on. Of course, we're on several other stations out there too. iHeartRadio and a couple others. So we do thank you all. Or on XO, so I think that's happening. We'll see what's going on tonight. Anyway, so much has happened in the UFO world. Have you been listening yourselves? Have you been listening on watching the files, the more 5 coming out, more 5 coming out here, more 5 coming out of here? Is it the same thing? Well, what I've seen is, okay, yeah, but I really want to see the disc, the big disc, the big one, the great shot that we never get. Yes, we're getting a lot of the orbs flying by, fast orbs from Navy and from Air Force. A lot of ocean stuff coming through that we're seeing also out of the water, USOs. You were seeing those. But what's been kind of fascinating, if you've been watching MUFON or the report center of UFOs, is that, people are seeing as I pick my paper up here from Ohio to Maine. They're the silver tubular type of shape UFO, very very popular, with a light on it also, and but also the triangle in Texas, Wisconsin, Arizona, 50 to 80 feet long. Yeah, craft moving at a high speed, doing different things that, of course, we couldn't do in our aircraft. People are seeing these more and more and more. It wasn't that way probably, I'd say 6 months ago. Now, it's every night, every day, people are seeing these. Are they coming out for a reason? Is this becoming something that we've made? I've told you folks this before. We've talked about it before. It might be just all ours. I want to believe. Yeah. Well, I doubt that. I think a lot of it is not ours, and it's even from this world. And we're going to find out a little bit more coming up against a couple months, as they say. Or is it just a tease? Are we being teased so much where, my gosh, wait for next week's program, same channel, you'll get it? Yeah, well, we'll see. More whistleblowers is supposed to come out. Supposed to be some type of thing from the president saying, okay, we're going to let you talk. Presidential pardon, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Rumors are out there. So much. Hitchhikers. Let's talk about hitchhikers. Do you ever pick up a hitchhiker? I have picked them up in the past. This day and age, no. But, hitchhiking never was safe. It always was dangerous, especially for either or. The driver picking the passenger up, or may it be the hitchhiker himself. Yes, crazy stuff going on. Heard a couple of stories about, some weird stories. Not killing and whatever. But, I've seen movies like that. You have too, The Hitchhiker. Oh, my gosh. There's a couple of them out there. Very scary. But just recently I heard a story, and it happened around my area. And so I was very intrigued when I heard this at the Pioneer Saloon. That's what was told to me there. Before I go into the story, let me talk about Old Man Liver. Man, what a cool dude, I'll tell you. He's with this Fallout group. He does a lot of stuff with them. He has his own liquor out. He has his own deal. He's a great guitar player. His name's Steve. He's unbelievable, crazy, great. I want you to go to the Pioneer Saloon's website.org. It's the official Pioneer website. And check out what they got going on down there. The bands are fantastic. The atmosphere is fantastic. I go down and meet. So we had an anniversary coming up this weekend down there. Big party. I hang out there with my friends. Have meetings down there. That's the place where I have fun. And you get a chance, stop by there and check out the Pioneer Saloon. It's historical. And they got stuff on the walls to tell you all about our town, everything else. A great place to be, kind of the center of town. In fact, it is the center of town. And a lot going on there and around there. And plus the people that work there, they're fantastic. So stop by our town, check out our historical walking tour. We just had the Good Springs Days this last Saturday. And I worked out on the table with a couple of people. Steve Fleming was there. Debbie was there. A couple other folks that worked so hard to keep our town going here and historical wise, keeping things up so people can enjoy our little town. But I'll tell you, it's fun to come up here and check it out. If you get a chance, Good Springs, Nevada, it's our little town, little village, you'll love it. And a lot going on. So do stop by the Pioneer Saloon and say hello to everybody down there. Tell them I sent you, would you please? That'd be wonderful. Anyway, so the story. We're sitting around the table, and actually this guy was interviewing me for the show, and we broke loose. We're talking to a couple of people, and they were telling me this story about this hitchhiker they picked up. And I said, so whereabouts was this? And tell me the story. And it went like this. They were on the old road, on the old highway, which is parallel to the new highway. And it's I'd say at least 18 miles long, maybe, if that, till you get to Gene 2 Las Vegas Boulevard. It's old Las Vegas Boulevard. And I've heard stories, weird stories out there, but this was quite different. Um, a group of folks, a husband and wife, and a buddy of theirs were driving, and the buddy was in the back seat. And there was a car that had its emergency lights on and looked like it was changing its tire. And it was just about dusk. And they drove by this car and figured, well, let's stop and see if we can help this guy. He goes, oh, well, I just need to get a ride up the street here. And I got a buddy's going to give me some tools and stuff and a kit to repair my tire. And the folks said, okay, hop in. We'll take it up to Gene. And the guy's talking about many years ago when he came up here and how things have changed. And that you mentioned Pop's Oasis. Pop's, which used to be a drinking place, kind of a little casino. It's Pop's Oasis. And I'm talking years ago, I'm 20, 30, 40 years ago. And the guy says, yeah, I'm supposed to meet my friend there. And me knowing the story about the Pop's Oasis being so old, it's been gone for years, this guy's bringing this up like it's just, that's where he's going, And of course, these folks are kind of new to the area. And so they're kind of looking for Pop's Oasis too. Well, it's just a Gold Strike down the way here, which is closed too, along with the Nevada Landing. There's only just a little post office there and kind of a holding yard and then a gas station, then the big gas station, of course. And so it's just unbelievable. So the guy's going on, and he's talking about the place, and he had been there for years, and he's anxious to get back there, and his friend's supposed to meet him there. Well, they got to the area where it used to be, and the guy's saying, well, you can let me out right here. Okay, I need you to let me out right here. This is where I got to be left off. And so they let him out. They closed the door, and the lady stuck her head out the door and said, be careful. And he was gone. He would disappear. He was gone. Gone. And this guy rode quite a ways to the area of that next to that post office where Pop's Oasis used to be, and disappeared. Now this has happened with other hitchhikers that have been seen. The guy on the bicycle, you've heard about that one. I think I told you years ago, where he'd be riding this bicycle and he'd come in front of your car a little bit, and you'd swerve and stop, and then there's nobody there. Yeah, stuff like that. Have you had things like that happen to you? Have you had a ghost story, something like this? Open lines night. Everyone kind of goes, you know what I'm saying? Said hard politics and religion. I don't go that route. It's the phenomena. It's the crazy stories. It's the UFO stories. It's ghosts. It's everything. UFOs. We got it all. But have you ever had anything like that happen to you? I've seen things before where people are standing by the road, a group of them standing there, kind of walking and talking, moving around, and you're looking at your rear mirror, and you see yourself, well, they were there, or did I just thought I saw something? How much do you ever put off yourself that you see, and it really is real, but you don't think it's real because you didn't think you saw that? I mean, yeah. Whatever. The weather. Yeah, it's pretty crazy around the countryside, from the floods to the fires to what I have out my window. I'm getting a little bit of thunder out there. I don't need any lightning. I have not seen a flash yet. I'd have to unplug my antennas, all my ham antennas and my regular antenna. Maybe out there. Can't afford that. If you're listening to us on kghost.com or uforadio.com, Country of Alt Radio, or olympiaradio.com, all those different stations out there. As you know, Midnight Talk Radio is on its way. It's going to be a biggie. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to play a lot of different type of music on that station. And it's going to start at 12 midnight to 3 in the morning. Yeah. And we'll be taking some crazy calls then, too. It's going to be really mystique type of midnight stuff. Overdue. Very overdue. Cars went in good, by the way. The old Cadillac, yeah. It's a Concorde, DeVille, sedan DeVille, Concorde, Cadillac. Not many of those around. A lot going on with the new cars, what they're doing. The Teslas, to you name it. Now there's new development, what's going into the cars. And hopefully we'll get some calls a little bit later about that. What's coming up for the drivers of these cars. And what they want to do to the old cars. How they want to eliminate a lot of antique cars. If I had a car that had no computer in it, I'd be ecstatic. Yeah. Too much computer. Now you get these new stuff. Pretty cool stuff, man. Those new cars. I rode in a sedan the other day, and it had all the bells and whistles. Drives itself. Does everything. Friends of mine that I know own cars like that. Batteries aren't so easy to change, though. I mean, it's the whole car. The bottom of the car, I think. But you might as well buy another car. The batteries are so expensive. I wonder if they got used batteries. Do you ever use batteries for my car? Yeah, it's your whole bottom of your car. Yeah, it's not like the ones you pick up for, well, it used to be a $50, $25 battery. Now, no, it's at least $100 for a battery. A good one. I have a buddy of myself, my friend of mine, that owns a battery place. Sheldon Battery is his name. And they do a good job for us. They keep our little buses going and stuff. Very reliable. Sheldon Battery in Las Vegas. I want to say hello to them. Great people. Saw my friend Judy the other day, and it looks like I might be going to Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky. Yeah. Take a little road trip with some friends. That'd be fun. Will Greit's got a beautiful monument on his grave the other day, and there's a bench there also. So if you're in Sandy Valley and at the cemetery, you'll see Bo Greit's monument there. It's gravestone. Beautifully well done. Beautiful, just beautiful. And should have put a picture to put up there today for you, but I did not do that. UFOs, like they say, are being seen. All right, triangles are the big ones right now. More triangles are being seen than just the orbs. Washington State, Shelton, Washington. 3 or 4 within one day, even in the daytime. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Bigfoot. Yep, it's been seen. Ready. That's Wisconsin. Now, you've got all sorts of Bigfoots, Gettys, and they are from long hair to short hair. I'm sure you've seen the latest one on YouTube or Facebook. What may you have it seen? Yeah, it's pretty well kind of looks like a human. The face, the structure, the chin, and it's supposed to be the real deal. And I saw it, and I said to myself, okay, with AI and so much going on about AI, well, we'll be hearing more about AI coming up very soon. We'll be back right after this.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job and I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Violence, theft, drugs, graffiti. It's all part of joining a gang. In times like these, we need to protect our children and our community from gangs. Gangs often prey on unsupervised teens with low self-esteem, who perform poorly in school, who seek a sense of belonging, or are simply bored. Joining a gang often involves violent hazing rituals. Once in a gang, members can become alienated from their families, school, and friends. Drugs, guns, and malicious activity are common elements in gangs. Trying to leave a gang can be a difficult and dangerous process. The best way to get out of a gang is never to join one. Protect kids from being recruited by a gang. Know who they're hanging out with. Involve kids in after-school activities and provide positive role models. Help reduce gang activities in your community by working with local law enforcement and school systems. Don't let a kid you know get involved with gangs. Visit ncpc.org to learn more or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
You ignore the signs, so you enable.
You don't want to sound like a hypocrite, so you enable.
You don't want to alienate your child, so you enable.
But if you think they're trying drugs, you shouldn't be afraid.
You are the parent.
So you are able.
You are strong.
So you are able. There are others just like you.
So you are able.
And we can help. So you are able.
Get help at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
We're going to be opening the lines very soon. Oh, yes, get some callers in tonight. Talk about a little bit about AI, what it's doing and how it's changing your life right now, and what's happening in your neighborhoods, what's happening in your city, your county, rural areas. There's a lot of these cameras popping up everywhere, these flock cameras, and a lot of them are coming down. They're coming up and they're coming down. The people putting it up aren't taking it down, though. It's the concerned citizen, the person that feels that they're invasion of privacy. Huh. And not only because of just reading your license, what have you, which is good for law enforcement, of course, but you've heard the problems they're having with privacy, your amendment. They come up and they come down. How do you feel about those cameras? How much privacy do you want to give up? Coming and going to the store, to church. Maybe you might go to the movie. Read your license. It knows where you're going. How much do you really want to see happen? Your privacy. We're going to start taking callers. Caller, what's your name and where you're from? What's your name and where you're from, please?
Hello, Larry. This is Thomas. How are you tonight?
Thomas, we're fine, my friend. How are you doing? Our question was, what do you think about the cameras? The cameras. There's other names for them, of course. That's just the one big company. About your privacy being taken away. Is it serious?
Yes, I think it's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it extends beyond the boundaries that people are, the discussions that are going on. I think it goes beyond that.
When you say beyond the discussion going on, just reading license plate, it's good for law enforcement. I'm pro law enforcement, but privacy, where does it stop? Where does it stop where Big Brother's watching you now?
Well, I know that a lot of attention is being given to the flock cameras, but as you mentioned, that's only one company. There's other companies out there as well that, from what I understand, they make camera systems that actually are capable of gathering more information.
Mm-hmm.
And they also make them, the flock cameras at this point, we can see them. But the other companies, they make cameras that are not so easily seen. But the part that I get nervous about is with all the information gathering capabilities that they have. Now, from what I understand, a lot of these companies are, the cities and counties are contracting with those companies.
Yes, they are.
Right. And we know that the cameras are gathering information about citizens, but it seems to me that it would go the other way too, that it would be capable of gathering information on law enforcement as well.
Right. Where are their patrol cars at? Well, they have
Right,
that.
where-
They have that already, but I mean, there's a tracking device they use for that. But
Right. Well, I mean, now you know where all the patrol cars are. You can listen to their communications. So when we start looking at number one is hackers. If the hackers are able to get into the system, whatever city they happen to be, interested in, I don't think it would be good that they could monitor the law enforcement communications.
they can.
Locations.
They can.
Right.
They can do
Right,
that. They can do it already.
Right. And but also too is that we're connecting this to AI. So we're giving AI another tool.
Along
with
with
all these data centers.
on that note, your doorbells, your ringers, those cameras, they're everywhere. That's the best thing to get from my home. That's protect me, which is true. But every camera's out there. Not only does law enforcement have the advantage to find out who's in the neighborhood by using those cameras, which is fantastic to solve crime, but they give the rest of it. Along for what you're saying. Now go ahead, Thomas. I didn't mean to stop you there. Keep rolling on that.
Well, I was just saying with the data centers and then what we're looking at, and with the future of AI, now we're giving AI another tool that it could use.
Yeah.
To what ends, we don't know. And something that's happened is that some of the companies that have created these AI systems, they'll run scans now and then to see how much the AI has learned. And they've caught some of the AI systems dumbing themselves down when they detect those scans. So they're hiding everything that they've learned.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. I mean, you've got something. I mean, how much awareness does it have to hide?
Oh, so true. Thomas, we have another caller. We're gonna take that call. Hang on.
Okay.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you're from, please? Caller, you're on the line.
Hi, it's Paul. How you doing, Glenn?
Hello,
Calling
Paul.
From Santa Fe Springs, California.
Oh, fantastic. We love the Californians. We love everybody from every state, by the way. And I want everybody to know that. As long as you're tuning in. Paul, you have Thomas on the line.
You're right.
Go ahead. Hear each other? Good.
Hey, Tom. Hi.
Okay. Thomas was just saying that the data centers, and go ahead on that, Thomas, please.
Well, it's this is the AI. I mean, it just seems like we're getting ourselves in a lot of trouble. We've given it now the ability that does it even really need us anymore? I mean, is there anything out there that might be able to help us? I mean, Paul, what do you think about that?
Well, yeah, the AI, it seems like it's getting like smarter and smarter, and we're getting like dumber and dumber.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
But in a sense, the reason is because the world is kind of designed to dumb us down. It's like nothing. Since the last few years, the music's the same, movies the same, politics the same. Malls are dead, and movie theaters are gone. So the thing that could save us, or the thing that I'm thinking that we might need to do, is work together or combine together, like in a human way, and that way we can at least know what's human and what's not human or AI.
is not.
Yeah.
My God. Actually, who's policing what and how? There's no policing going on. AI will take over.
Well, one thing that I've wondered about is that I've mentioned before about an experience that my mom and I had where we were on a spaceship with extraterrestrials. And one of the things that they said is they wanted humans to learn to be telepathic. So I'm wondering, is that something that would come in handy against AI in the future?
They wanted to learn what?
How to become telepathic.
Oh yeah. So I was thinking about that myself. Telepathy, might be like for the future yet. When things get really bad, but it would be one way that humans would be able to communicate without interference or corruption or from AI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
They might be wanting us to start now, but now we might have to work on like just human connections, like interactions with people, but beyond the idea of day-to-day routine. Like if you're thinking about like the aliens, and what I'm trying to get when I say that is it's outside of the box or outside our daily, routine, our daily cage.
Right.
And with this awareness, we're thinking, well, there's something more to the picture than just getting up in the morning and putting your pants on and going to work, or politics, or what I say, they just sort of get you in a rut, And if you're thinking like that, that there's something bigger out there, and that we all realize that it might be more important for us as people to bond together to strengthen numbers.
As against AI or whatever takes over. I mean,
yeah, it would be like we'd be able to help each other out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, remember Reagan said a long time ago, he said at one point, if the people know that there's aliens and that they're a threat, then the people might, instead of like trying to fight each other, might actually like work together.
Right.
In this case, it would be the same, except not the alien AI.
Right.
Well, I wonder if the extraterrestrials are actually visiting us, or hoping to give us the means to combat AI if it gets out of hand.
They might be trying to tell us that we need to be aware, but more aware of each other. Like I say, the way life has been, human contact is getting less and less, Like I say, you don't even go to the mall anymore. Everything's online.
Right. Everything's online.
And since maybe a few years ago, they tried to get us to be more like antisocial, like for a minute they're saying no shaking hands and no hugging and all that, that whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to diminish the human contact, But I'm thinking maybe the time is now for us to start working more on, like if you're thinking about somebody, give them a call, or like say thank you, like just more of a common courtesy, but also bonding,
Mm-hmm. One-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very easily done. Yeah, it's come to the fact where I have seen folks that they're communicating more electronically than picking the phone up, or maybe and that has to stop. I mean, what would happen if all of a sudden everything stopped, phones stopped working and everything else?
Yeah.
I mean, would that put us back for a while, make us really think? Are we really thinking about it right now? I mean, are people awake enough to say, oh, my phone's the only thing I need is my phone. This is everything.
Yeah.
Will some people think that? Think out of the box. What if it all stops? Then what? That's scary.
Yeah. And that might be the point, But remember they used to say, like, if you lose one sense, you gain another, like let's say maybe you go blind and you have better hearing or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe that, the technology fails us and goes away, and then we have to compensate with something else. And that's why I bring in telepathy, or something like it,
Right.
that would to compensate.
Gotcha. I got another call coming in. We're back right after this. Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. That's pretty crazy stuff. Paul, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. I have another call coming in right here. I had to dump the other call. But it's the alertness, the awareness I'm saying is that, are you ready for what's coming up next? Are you ready what's coming up next? And that's the scary thing, because when it does hit, and that more or less 111 folks, 111, I believe it is 3 is open. When it does hit and we're not prepared, our pants are down, and not only that, but everything else in the world's going crazy, and communication's got to be number one. Of course, the government probably has zero communications. All their lines are probably lined up for emergency situation. Of course, ham radio and CBs will be up there going, hopefully. But if we have no energy, the ham thing hits or whatever, we're really screwed. I really believe that we should bring these landlines back. Payphones should be around again. I really think that's another answer. Because it didn't take that much. I mean, when they didn't have these, how do I say, cell phones, and even landlines didn't have the current had. You used to have a wind-up thing, and wind it up, and then all of a sudden you could talk to the neighbor down the street, or everybody could talk to everybody because of the battery backup. You had it right there. You generated it. So we may have to look at that, because it could happen. Just could happen overnight. We could go back 40, 50, 60 years. I mean, and people don't get it. I got another call coming through. Paul, thank you for calling. We'll get back with you. Call again. We appreciate you so much. And once again, Paul, thank you for calling. We've got another call coming.
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy.
You're welcome. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Have a good night, guys.
You too. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? It's James calling.
Oh, James, welcome to the show. What's your name? Is James, and where are you from, James?
I'm calling out here in Henderson.
Okay, fantastic. Well, what do you think about this?
Well, I think I'm on the other side of it. I kind of welcome this new technology.
Okay, because of what it does for you. What does it do for you? How come you feel that way?
Well, I think that this is a new technology, and everybody's kind of nervous about it.
Well, yeah.
Thinking it's going to take jobs away, and thinking it's going to take over. You hear all this stuff, but I mean, I think that it's just the natural course of things of automation and the way things are just moving forward, and the way the computers are going to be faster, and they'll be able to, just in the medical field alone, I believe it's going to help mankind. That's my opinion about it.
Well, I get that.
I think that back in the old days when they came up with the car, the people that had the horse and buggies, they were bitching and complaining about it, this is going to take my job away.
Yeah.
Or when electricity came, the guys that made the candles and hey, you're taking my job away, but electricity created more jobs.
Yeah, of course.
I just think this.
But where I'm going, where I'm going with this, sir, is that you got your cameras, you got all this going on. AI's, the data centers have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. There's a water shortage going on. There's stuff going to happen. All your electricity rates are going to go up. All sorts of things go along with this. That's happening. But the whole thing also is the Privacy Act. The whole thing going on, your privacy is over with. I mean, you got these cameras everywhere. Not only just taking data, which Mr. Thomas has said and Mr. Paul has said. I mean, where does it stop? Who's controlling us? Who's policing all this? Who said, "Hey, wait a minute, you are hurting my civil rights here"? And I mean, I agree with the medical side of it. there's so much being written for people that want to write letters or books, and AI helps you out with that. History, questions, mathematics, science. Yeah, I get it, but it's
and these things, and of computer science and mathematics and all these technological which advances us as a species. Think of all the things that we have. That's all the things, the luxuries we have today.
Mm-hmm.
It's from technological advancements. We live in you're broadcasting all over the world there, Glenn, and it's from technology that we have. You're sitting in a studio with air conditioning and being able to show it's if you really look at it, 20 years ago, this is amazing stuff.
What about AI dumbing itself down? It dumbs itself down where the creators of the AI is saying, maybe it's not as smart as I thought, but it's learning all the time. It's learning everything. It's learning from you.
It definitely is. It's the learning software.
Yeah.
They're in all the Tesla vehicles. Every car is an AI.
Yeah.
My wife has a Tesla, and it self drives, and it learns. From what it sees, and it learns. An example is that by my house, they recently put a new extended the median there, and on the maps it wasn't there. And in the beginning, the car wanted to go over that median, and it saw it, and it learned. Oh, there's a median there now,
right?
Because it saw it. So it learns how to drive. It these are things that a lot of people, it scares people, and I understand that. But I believe my opinion of it is this is for the betterment of mankind. And do we need to have some kind of overwatch over it on certain things? Yes. Just like everything else, needs some kind of regulation to
there we go.
But
Regulations.
it is a big boom. These data centers they're building, they're going to be building them in space, and that's going to alleviate a lot of these issues with these land-based data centers. Because pretty soon they'll be circling in orbit.
Right.
And the sky's the limit on that one.
Can AI lie? Can it lie? Can it tell you?
Well, I think it's all down to the
deceive you?
programming. If it's going to lie. Now, I did see that they've had some. I did see a couple of instances where the AI on a controlled experiment did deceive to keep its existence. So, in other words, it did not want to be shut down. So it wanted to blackmail people.
Nah.
It was a controlled experiment. But these are things that they have to work it out. They got to work out some of these. There's going to be some setbacks in it. There's no doubt about it. Just like in the beginning of the internet, and people were hacking this and doing all kinds of terrible things. But they figured out some of the safety protocols and some of the security. And the same thing, I think that it's a positive thing for humanity,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that we shouldn't knock it so much because it's going to happen. People have to just accept it.
Yeah, I get it too.
People can complain all they want and say, oh, they shouldn't do this, or they shouldn't have data centers, they shouldn't have this. It's too late. It's happening, people.
So it's too late. We can't reverse it, can we? It's unreversible.
No.
Yeah.
It's
I get it.
happening, and we're pretty soon, we'll have neural links, and we'll be connected. Our brains will be connected to computers, and you won't need a phone anymore. It'll just be instantly. The information will be right directly to your brain.
Wow. Well, they've already done it. That haven't they? They've already started that, where there is a connection to a computer from your brain. A gentleman had that done. Musk had it done with this guy. I mean, it's where they can also see your dreams on a screen. Actually see your dreams. Now, I think that's fascinating.
Stuff that they're doing, and it is a trial and error. I think that obviously that when people are talking about AI, the ones that they're worried about is if the AI gets consciousness and can
that's it.
think on its own.
That's the worry.
And self-preservation.
That's the worry.
Just like in the movies, the Terminator and all these shows.
Yeah, of course. If it does.
Anyway, I saw I was here, Glenn. I was listening to your show, and I heard the other gentlemen speaking about their concern about it. And I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there.
Well, appreciate it. Really do.
I'm a net positive on AI. And
okay, what's your vote? All right.
I think the positives will outweigh the negatives for
all
mankind.
Right.
Will we have some bumpy roads? Sure, every technology does, but I think in the long run, it's going to help us.
Okay, that's great. Caller, Steve, is it? Thank you so very much, and thank you
Have
for
a
listening.
Good night,
thank
Glenn.
you for listening. All right, sir. You're welcome. Yeah. Wow. And well, there you go. I mean, there's yays and nays. A lot of pros to AI. But there's a lot of it starts thinking by itself and doing certain things. That's where I'm concerned also. Also concerned about who's policing what. Who's policing what in AI? You and I have no say-so. That's another story. We have no say-so. Caller, what's your name and where you're from? Go ahead. You're live on the air.
Hello, Glenn.
Oh,
this is Barbara calling.
Barbara?
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Oh, how have you been, Barbara?
How are you, Glenn?
We're talking about AI tonight.
I heard that. I've been listening to your show.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I guess before I comment on the AI, I just wanted to say I've missed you. We've been out of town.
Yeah,
we've been traveling a bit this summer.
Okay.
And we've been all over. We were in Hawaii. And then we were there. We have a second home over there, and we've been staying there. It's just a lot more nicer there, and just enjoying the Hawaii life. And Steve enjoys it over there too, because Steve likes to go fishing.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on a second, Steve. What do you fish for? There's a fish. He said mahi.
Mahi. Yeah, I got some of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes fishing for the big ones. He says big ones, Glenn. Anyway, we've been there, just relaxing and getting out of the desert, and sometimes you get a little homesick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I
so
get
we
that.
decided to come back home.
Yeah.
And it's very busy. Anyway, we got back a few days ago.
Right.
And I did get the notification that you're on the air, so we've been listening a little bit.
Well, thank you.
In this AI business.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust this, Glenn. I mean, I've seen a lot of movies about this.
I know, unbelievable. What's next?
Now, now, what if they did these robots and this computer? What if they just say we don't need you anymore? We don't need people, Glenn.
We don't need people. That's terrible. It could happen. I don't know why people aren't so more upset about it. I do welcome it because of the medical situation and all that stuff. Help it. But I don't. If they don't need people,
they could start wars. They could do any, and then they could some of these videos that they do.
Yeah,
Glenn?
in Hollywood. Yeah.
AI videos.
Oh.
It's terrible things. And sometimes it's the president's dancing in his underwear. And just terrible things.
Yeah. Really terrible things. Terrible. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It looks real, doesn't
You
it? Like
can't
it's
even
real.
believe what's real anymore. Because you see things on the internet and UFOs, and now it's to the point where people don't even believe anything anymore.
Well, yeah, I know. It's not like the Merv Griffin show or something like that, or where you watch it. It's all AI, and there's movies that are made in AI. You won't catch it unless you're really looking for certain things.
I've heard that. I was told that they can have a movie and none of the people are real.
Yeah,
Glenn.
yeah. I'll bring back someone that's dead, and you thought that person was dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
Glenn, that's absolutely right.
Who would you bring back, Barbara? That an AI. If you could, what actor would you bring back? Back on the screen, the silver screen.
I don't know, Glenn. I would have to really think about that for a little bit. Maybe John Wayne, Glenn.
Yeah, John Wayne would be nice. I'd see a new John Wayne movie.
Humphrey Bogart. There's a Marilyn Monroe.
Humphrey Bogart.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
He says Marilyn. Glenn.
Yeah. Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, Marilyn. You just like because she's a woman.
Yeah, that's probably why.
If that would, I don't know if I'm sure they could do that, and it would look, almost real now.
Right.
Glenn.
Well, I've seen the John F. Kennedy one where the guy he's sitting at the table and he looks just like JFK. Man, that was my favorite president, man, JFK. And
Who's that?
John F. Kennedy. JFK.
Kennedy.
Yeah, JFK.
Oh, the gentleman with the throat.
Throat.
He's with the health people.
No, he's this is the guy that the president got assassinated. JFK.
Yeah, he has a very hoarse throat.
Yeah.
And he works with the.
No, that's Bobby. That's Bobby Kennedy's son, Robert Kennedy Jr. That's who I'm talking about. The old president, JFK, John F. Kennedy, that got assassinated in Dallas. I like him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's AI has got him like.
That was a while ago, Glenn.
Yeah, it was 63. Yeah, 1963.
Yeah,
that's a long time ago. I know. I just.
Yeah, he was shot in the head.
Yeah.
What? Hold on.
Yeah.
He was shot in the head.
Yes, he was shot in the head.
He says he was shot in the head. Is this correct, man?
Assassination. Yeah. I thought you knew that, Barbara. You know that. I know it's been a while back, but
I'm vaguely familiar.
Yeah, vaguely familiar. Well, it's one of the biggest conspiracies out there, along with everything else.
Oh.
Yeah. But they have like him walking with Ronald Reagan and some other people, talking, and it's just AI. It's just incredible. Yeah. So where I'm going with all this is that
they're going to put him in space and on the moon and all this business.
Mm-hmm. In the oceans, maybe too. That concerns me because of the data centers will be taking a lot of our water, electricity, and who's going to pay for all that?
Well, there's plenty of water in the oceans, Glenn.
Well, I realize that, but we need to get that water and make it drinkable water, usable water for us, more and more.
That's
and more.
a great idea. They should invent that, Glenn.
They do have it. They have the plants out already, but for some reason they're not getting with it. Anyway, there are a couple, 3 or 4 overseas. It's big. So anyway, unbelievable stuff.
Anyway, I when I said that the AI and the UFO, because I was talking to Janice, my neighbor Janice, and I saw this video of a UFO.
Okay.
Anyway, she said it was AI, and I said, "What do you mean AI? Everything is this AI business.
Wow.
Everything now, Glenn."
Yeah, it was AI. Um, it's kind of hard to tell what is not AI. Unless it's an old black and white or an old picture you've seen before or video or what have you. Even AI radio is big. AI is taking over the airwaves. You don't know if it's a real job.
It's
talking
taking
to you.
over everything. Glenn.
Yeah,
It gets scary.
I know it is. It's driving your car. Well, you don't have. What your car do you have now? You still have that old Cadillac and stuff?
A BMW.
Oh, BMW.
What's yeah, BMW? Yeah.
Who had the Cadillac I used?
Steve has a truck. Steve has a big truck.
Okay.
I drive a BMW.
Okay, great. And how the
I'm
boy?
sure it has some computers in there, Glenn.
Oh, I'm sure it does. How are the boys doing? Your sons?
The boys are doing good. They're both. One of them is in college,
Okay.
and the other is going to UNLV.
Good.
And the other is taking some time off. He decided to take a year or so to kind of figure it out
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what he wants to do.
Okay, good stuff. Computers are where it's at, so who knows? I mean, that's huge now. Huge. It's always been huge. Getting even bigger now.
Well, all the stuff I hear about AI, they're taking all the jobs, Glenn.
I know it. So
what jobs do you?
Well,
what do you take?
I don't know. Unless it's a
tradesman. He's a tradesman.
Yeah, trade.
He's just a tradesman.
Well, like a plumber or something like that. Well, there's a lot of plumbers out there now.
Hold on. Steve like a plumber?
Yeah, a plumber,
Yeah.
electrician.
Yeah.
Trade.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah, trades. Mm-hmm. Well, I'd like to have you folks out there email me.
Robot can't do that. A robot can't fix your toilet.
Yeah.
He said a robot can't fix your toilet.
I know it. Or fix your water line or what have you. Oh, I've had water problems up here, but I don't fix them. But yeah, Glenn Larry, it's GLENNLARY 51 at gmail.com. I want you guys out there to email me. It's Glenn Larry, GLENNLARY 51 at gmail.com about what fields would be open for folks that the AI can't take. What fields would you have your son or daughter go to or learn or go to college to learn, a trade school, what have you? Let me know. I want to talk about it next week. Barbara, I want to thank you for calling. My goodness gracious, people have been asking about you.
It's a pleasure talking to you again.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
It has been a long time, and we want to hear more from you.
Good to hear your voice, Glenn.
Thank you so kindly.
And, we're having some dinner tonight, and I saw your show. We had the show on the background, and Steve said, why don't you call in? You haven't, I've talked to Glenn in a while. Why don't you call in?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, well, why not?
What type of beer does your husband like to drink? What's he? What?
He drinks Coors Light.
Coors Light. Okay, I'll remember that. Oh, we'll have to send him something over there.
All right, Coors Light.
Coors Light. You got it, buddy. All right, Steve. Thank you so much, both of you. Be well, play well, and again, Barbara, keep in touch. We love you. Thank you kindly. You listen to K-Ghost Radio, everybody. Again, thank you so much. Together, have fun. Peace be with everyone. We pray that you have peace and have things going in your lives that need